Habs Nation, how does one reconcile the sacred reverence for a legend, a true cornerstone of an era, with the relentless, often brutal, demands of a future yet unwritten? How do you say goodbye to a symbol, an icon whose name is etched into the very soul of your beloved team, when the urgent, pragmatic needs of a promising tomorrow hang precariously in the balance? It's a question that doesn't just cut to the heart of sports. It carves a deep emotional chasm, forcing franchises and fans alike to confront a painful reckoning between a glorious past and the audacious, often unforgiving, pursuit of future triumphs. For the Montreal Canadiens, that poignant crossroads, that moment of truth, appears to be hurtling towards them with an almost dizzying speed. Whispers around the hallowed halls of the Bell Centre are growing louder, hinting not at a mere roster adjustment or a subtle tweak to the depth chart, but at a seismic shift, a strategic gamble so profound it could redefine their trajectory and reshape their very identity. This isn't just another trade proposal. It's a meticulously crafted blueprint for a move that intertwines the profound emotional weight of a storied past with the urgent, pragmatic demands of a competitive future. It's a calculated risk, a strategic play designed to unlock the Canadiens' full, formidable potential and propel them back into the elite conversation, finally shedding the skin of a rebuilding team that has clung to them for far too long. But what does it truly mean to part with a player whose name is etched into the very fabric of the franchise, whose iconic image graces countless murals and memories? And can such a move, born of necessity, truly be a win-win for all involved? A rare alchemy where sentiment gives way to strategy for the greater good? The Montreal Canadiens are a team in exhilarating transition, a squad brimming with an electrifying wave of young talent and a hunger for success that is palpable, almost tangible in every shift and every interview. Yet, as the new season looms on the horizon, a couple of significant hurdles stand squarely in their path, acting as formidable roadblocks to their loftiest aspirations. First and foremost, the perennial, often agonizing quest for a genuine second-line center continues. This isn't just about adding another body to score goals. It's about acquiring an elusive, pivotal piece of the puzzle, a player capable of driving play, consistently creating opportunities, and providing a reliable two-way presence that can dictate the pace and flow of a game. A true 2C can transform a good lineup into a great one, offering stability, leadership, and a consistent threat that keeps opponents on their toes, forcing them to react rather than dictate. The second, equally pressing issue is the ever-present, often suffocating shadow of the NHL's salary cap. In the modern era of professional hockey, cap management isn't just a financial formality. It's an intricate art form, a high-stakes chess match played out behind the scenes by general managers. The Canadiens, despite their lofty aspirations and promising core, currently find themselves in a tight spot, lacking the necessary cap flexibility to make the impactful, needle-moving acquisitions they desperately desire. They're like a high-performance engine running on fumes, capable of so much more if only they had the fuel to unleash their full, formidable power. Without that crucial cap space, acquiring the missing pieces, especially that elusive second-line center, becomes an exercise in perpetual frustration, a dream perpetually out of reach, a tantalizing vision just beyond their grasp. Enter Caleb Kearney of Heavy Sports, who has thrown a fascinating, almost audacious curveball into the mix with a mock trade proposal that, on paper, could be the ultimate two-for-one solution for Montreal. It's a deal that is bold, perhaps even audacious, but one that addresses both of the Canadiens' most pressing concerns in a single decisive stroke, a masterclass in strategic efficiency. The proposed transaction sees the Canadiens finally land the 2C they've been coveting, a player who could immediately slot into a crucial role, while simultaneously shedding a significant long-term contract that has been weighing heavily on their books, acting as a financial anchor preventing them from truly sailing forward. In return, the San Jose Sharks would take on that contract along with some draft capital, in a move that surprisingly also appears to align perfectly with their own strategic objectives, making it a rare instance of mutual benefit. The centerpiece of this proposed acquisition for Montreal is Alexander Wennberg, a name that might not ignite immediate fireworks or send shockwaves across the league, but one that represents precisely the kind of reliable, two-way center the Canadiens need to solidify their core. Wenberg is a consistent 30 to 40-point scorer, a player currently in the prime of his career who brings a blend of offensive capability and defensive responsibility that is invaluable in today's demanding NHL. He's not a flashy superstar, nor does he seek the spotlight, but he is a foundational piece, a player who consistently makes his line mates better and provides a calming, intelligent presence in all three zones. His ability to contribute on both ends of the ice is particularly appealing, especially as the Canadiens envision themselves as a legitimate playoff contender. In the crucible of postseason hockey, where every shift matters and every mistake is magnified, a player like Wenberg, who can be trusted in crucial moments and relied upon for consistent effort, is truly worth his weight in gold. He brings a veteran savvy and a quiet effectiveness that could be the perfect complement to the youthful exuberance of Montreal's rising stars. But the true genius, the profound strategic brilliance of this hypothetical deal from Montreal's perspective, lies in what they give up, the contract of Carey Price. Now, let's be absolutely clear. This isn't about Carey Price, the player, the future Hall of Famer, the iconic goaltender whose heroic performances and unwavering stoicism have defined an era for the Canadiens, inspiring millions and carrying the hopes of a nation on his broad shoulders. This is purely about the financial reality of his contract, a substantial cap hit that, while fully deserved for his past contributions and legendary status, currently limits the team's ability to build for the future, to evolve and adapt to the modern NHL landscape. By moving Price's contract, the Canadiens would instantly open up the necessary cap space, transforming their financial landscape and providing the breathing room required to make further strategic moves, to pursue additional pieces, and to truly unleash their potential. The best part? They wouldn't need to make a separate, complicated trade to solve their cap woes. This single transaction addresses both their pressing need for a reliable 2C and their suffocating cap crunch, making it an incredibly efficient, impactful, and almost elegant maneuver. It's a testament to the difficult, often unsentimental choices that general managers must make when balancing legacy with the relentless pursuit of a championship. Now let's turn our attention to the San Jose Sharks, because at first glance, taking on a long-term, expensive contract like Price's might seem counterintuitive, even illogical for a team deep in their rebuilding phase. Why would a team actively looking to shed salary and accumulate assets take on such a burden? This is where the deeper strategy comes into play, a move that, upon closer inspection, reveals significant, almost ingenious benefits for the Sharks. In the NHL, there's not just a salary cap, an upper limit on spending, but also a salary floor, a minimum amount that teams must spend. For rebuilding teams, especially those actively shedding expensive contracts and embracing a youth movement, staying comfortably above this floor can sometimes be a genuine challenge, a financial tightrope walk. By acquiring Price's contract, even if he's not actively playing for them, the Sharks gain crucial cap flexibility. This isn't about Price playing for them. It's about his contract serving as a valuable asset, allowing San Jose to remain comfortably above the cap floor without having to sign other less desirable players just to meet the minimum. More importantly, it gives them the invaluable leverage to potentially dump some of their own undesirable contracts down the line. They can take on a bad contract from another team in exchange for additional draft picks or prospects, using Price's salary as a buffer, a financial shield that allows them to extract more value in future deals. While they would part with Alexander Wenberg, a consistent middle six forward, the 2026 third-round pick provides valuable compensation, adding another future asset to their rebuilding chest, a small but significant piece of their long-term puzzle. Furthermore, with the highly anticipated arrival of elite prospects like Michael Misa, who could potentially make the jump to the NHL this season, Wenberg might become an expendable piece, making his departure less impactful in the long run as the Sharks pivot fully to their youth movement. So when you peel back the layers, when you look beyond the initial shock and the emotional weight, this isn't just a speculative fantasy concocted in the hockey rumor mill. It's an intriguing trade idea that genuinely appears to make strategic sense for both parties involved, a rare alignment of needs and assets. For the Montreal Canadiens, it's a bold step forward, a pragmatic decision that prioritizes the team's future competitiveness and accelerates their timeline, all while respectfully navigating the legacy of a franchise icon. It's a tough decision, but one made with the ultimate goal of bringing a championship back to Montreal. For the San Jose Sharks, it's a shrewd, calculated move that provides essential cap flexibility and further bolsters their long-term rebuilding efforts, allowing them to accumulate more assets and position themselves for future success. The hockey world is constantly evolving, and teams must adapt, sometimes making difficult, emotionally charged choices for the greater good of the franchise. As the preseason inches closer and the trade winds begin to swirl with increasing intensity, the possibility of a Carey Price trade looms large on the horizon, a potential turning point that could reshape the fortunes of two franchises for years to come. It's a stark, often painful reminder that in professional sports, sentimentality often takes a backseat to strategy, but sometimes even the toughest goodbyes can pave the way for a brighter, more competitive tomorrow. What do you think about this potential blockbuster, Habs Nation? Could this be the move that finally unlocks the Canadiens' full potential, propelling them into legitimate contention? Or is the price, even for a legend, simply too high? A risk that could mortgage too much of the future for an uncertain present? Share your thoughts, your hopes, your frustrations, and your wildest trade theories in the comments below. We want to hear your passionate takes on this monumental decision. And if you found this breakdown insightful and thought-provoking, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive analysis and deep dives into the world of hockey. Let's keep this crucial conversation going.